dish I want to make is kind of a meat and potato pie that you could use. So what we have here is a bowl of cheese, a pre-prepared sauce, which it's literally you can have 2 tablespoons of butter, flour, which is 3 tablespoons, and then what you have also milk for 1 cup of milk, and a black pepper mixed together. And so that's actually mixed together and it's heated on a stove for like 5-10 minutes. The next part is literally the minced meat. So the minced meat, looking at a bowl of minced meat approximately, and what you need is ginger paste as well, which is mixed in there. You've got onions, you've got parsley, so 1 onion to kind of chopped, mixed together. And this is a sauté, so this is kind of fried beforehand. What we have also is we've got some extra pepper if we need to, and we've got parsley, which we'll use with the potatoes. So and we've got some butter that we're going to kind of line the area. So first of all, what we need to do is to mash the potatoes, as I'm actually going through. So 2 potatoes really would be fine. Pinch of parsley, just a pinch. Could probably put a little bit more to kind of, because it is strong, so kind of get that flavour in. So mash it again. One thing also is to add in probably like a tablespoon of butter to get that in. Okay, so what you've got to do really first of all is to kind of line the baking tray that we've got here. So what we're going to do is kind of line with the butter, so it's actually ready to go in there. So what we've got here, what we're going to do is to have the meat first, as it were, to spread out in here. So we're going to do that. So you could see that what we're going to do is we're going to kind of get this in slowly, steadily in there. And just kind of really get it into the edges. So what we do to try and get that potato in here, spread evenly as much as you can. I know it's slightly messy to kind of go through. As you can see, it will just get in there slowly. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a bit more on the parsley to try and get that flavour in. I think a bit more parsley is needed. Looking at how things are, so I'm just going to spread that across. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the sauce and we're going to cover that sauce in, and then we're going to have the cheese. So let's just kind of bring that in. I'm going to put that as we go along. So this is the cheese, the sauce. To really even it out. There's quite a lot there. So this particular sauce is supposed to kind of have that kind of structure between the meat and the potatoes and the cheese itself, and really kind of get that flavour out, as it were. So now what we're going to do is we're going to just sprinkle the cheese. So I'm just going to try and get it to the edges as well. So there's some gaps here and there, so let's fill those gaps in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to just put it right into the end there, and we're looking at the oven about gas mark 4 or 5. Kind of wait for the oven to kind of thing. Yeah, it's there. So this is for 15 to 20 minutes, and we'll come back to it later. Just turned off the cooker, and as you can see, look very carefully, it's more or less there really now after 10-15 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this under the grill for like 5 minutes or so to get that crispy kind of top. And we'll just take it from there. So after about 5 minutes, you can see now it's kind of bubbling up now with the cheese on top as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take this up onto the table. And so you can see now that it's actually been really kind of golden and kind of really free and golden at the top as well. And that's it. That's the meat and potato pie.
I'm going to make pilau, the Bengali style, so we'll get cracking. I've got the ingredients over there, so I'm going to use ghee, which is I'm going to pour in 1 spoon and stir that. Right, so that's ghee going in there, so I'll put the gas up. Got a mixture of garlic and ginger. Thanks to modern technology, you can get it freshly made. I'm going to stir this. Now I've got a helper with my hand, so I'm going to use a wooden spoon here. Okay, I'm going to use sort of a bit of onion. So I'm going to throw onion in there also, and then mix it up a bit. I'm going to add the chicken, cook for 20 minutes. So here it goes. Put the gas up. So give it a good stir. So I'm going to cook this for medium gas for 20 minutes. So I'll let the chicken get cooked properly. And I'll cover it so that all the chicken gets a full flavour. Okay, then I put some water in there. And stir it a bit. Okay. Okay, can I just show you how you can see it's steaming out there. Just going to show you, how much is cooking so far. So cooking away. So we'll wait till it gets a bit more dry, and then put the rice in, hopefully. Okay, so I've cooked the chicken already, so it's steaming hot, like buna, so it looks like a buna. Now I'm going to put some ghee in it for the next stage, which is going to be the rice. Gonna put some garlic and ginger in there. And gonna put some onion in there. We're gonna give it a stir now. Put the gas out of it. Also boiling the hot water here. And when I put the rice in, I'm going to put the hot water in there also. I'm going to show you how it looks like. Quick snapshot. Okay. Dan has been frying, so we're going to have to do the rice now. Okay, so as the rice is in, I'm going to stir it really well so that it doesn't catch the bottom. Cut. Okay, so just going to stir it, and I'm going to add a bit of my sort of magic formula, some spices I'm adding there. So just going to stir this really well. So I want to get all the spices around all the rice so the good taste and flavour comes out. Cut. Okay, just going to stirring, still stirring. Now I want to put the chicken in there. So that's the chicken I cooked already. Just that Bunna style. So I'm going to add this in there now. So easy does it. Get all that onion and all that chicken inside, so you got full flavour. I like the colour of the onions here. So now give it a good stir. So just trying to mix all the spices with the chicken and the rice, so that it really cooks properly. Cool. Okay, now so I'm going to put the hot water in there now, so that okay. Okay, so give it a good stir. So what's going to happen now is that I'm going to now leave it for it to fully cook now. Okay, so it's been boiling for a while. Just going to give you a quick shot of what's happened so far. So you can see it's nicely piping hot, but still not ready yet. Of course, I'm going to give it a good stir so the flavour goes around the rice. So the rice is still a bit wet, so it needs to be fully dry cooked. Okay, so after a while, the pilau rice is done. Look at that aroma. You see, beautifully well cooked. There's chili there, chicken, really nice colour. Now the key thing is looking at the flavour now, so let's just get some on a plate here. So I'm going to add some salad here, just to have a bit of healthy with that.
So what you need first of all is some jelly. So we're going to make the base out of the jelly itself. So we're going to do that now. That'll be the first to go. So what we need is a bowl for the mixing. So we're going to have, you're looking at 2 cups of Greek yogurt. You're going to have maybe a cup of condensed milk. And you're going to have extra thick yogurt, extra thick cream, which is probably at least a cup or so. So all 3 of these are going to have that mixture of sweetness and plain. So here we've got an apple. So we've got 1 apple, cups of some strawberries into a bowl of bananas, cut it into dices if possible. And you've got some grapes here, the dark kind of grapes, and then you've got some pears. And what we're going to do is for the covering of the top, we're going to be using half of those sliced strawberries to kind of decorate the top itself. So first of all, what I need to do is to kind of open this particular brand of crystals, jelly crystals. These actually work in room temperature, not in the fridge. So these are the ones that you find in your local stores. So first of all, you need some warm water pouring into the bowl. And then what you do is you actually mix in the contents of the jelly. What you need to do is kind of to really stir around the jelly crystals around the edges as much as possible. And what happens is these types of jelly crystals you kind of leave out at room temperature and they kind of set. So there's the 2 types, as it were, that are in the shops right now. So you could do any of them, I guess, really. You can have the ones that are where you can make the crystals in the water, warm water, keep it stored on the outside and then refrigerate if possible. You can do that, or you can have this kind where you just leave it out just for maybe 10 minutes. Now it's going to be set aside to kind of set at room temperature, so you have that base. The next point, what we need to do is to have a look at the actual mixture of the fruit salad part rather than the jelly part. So what you have here, as we've said, these ingredients are what we're going to do. So first of all, what we need to do is to take the Greek yogurt mixture, so we've got here, so that goes into the bowl itself. So the next mixture we're going to have is the condensed milk, very sweetened. So if we pour this in, so my son is just going to give me the next part, which is the extra thick cream that's there. So that's the extra thick cream. So for example, this one has 4 speeds, so preferably on the first speed, so to just make sure that's clean and clear, so there's no spillage. If you go higher, it kind of gets everywhere, so you've got kind of have to be careful. So just going around the bowl as you go, just a little bit more, just to make sure that mixture is thick. So Minhaj, can you give me the first bowl of fruit? So the first bowl of fruit that we're going to put in first is to kind of get in the bananas. So here we go. We'll just try and get the bananas in first. So that all goes in. So the strawberries will go in afterwards as well. These are all half cut grapes as well. What we're also going to put in, as I said before, is the pears. So it's quite a lot of fruit as well, but bear with us. So it does get to a good mixture. So you can see you've got some apples. You've got here one apple, one small apple. Sometimes you've got these apples which are in packs of fruits which are kid sized apples. You can use them. You can use a couple of them, maybe 3, to have that mixture as well. So what we're going to do is with the mixture itself, we're going to actually go into the mixture, kind of mix it in a bit more. So you can see now you've got the kind of the colourful mixture amongst the whiteness of the cream itself. We're going to use this to kind of pile onto the jelly strawberry that's going to be there as well. Okay, so here we go. So what you need to do is just to really take your time and kind of get that in on the side there to kind of settle. What we're going to do is we're going to replace this back into the fridge and then kind of make sure it refrigerates with the rest of the mixture. Okay, so just kind of edging out all the sides. So next point, what we're going to do is we're going to kind of garnish on the side as we go along. What we're going to do now is re-pop this in the fridge again to refrigerate later, and that would probably take give it maybe an hour or half an hour to settle and to kind of get into its state, and then you should have a creamy fruit salad. Thank you.